You're welcome to video editing basic part 1, and in this video I'm just going to be showing you all the icons and the interface of our video editing software. So our software for video editing, I said in the other video, is going to be CapCut. Now the first thing I want you to understand is that when you're doing short form video editing, you want to make sure that you understand the concept of video editing, and that's why in the previous module of this section I have talked about the components and the structures of any videos. So if you understand that and you understand how to use some basic icons in any video editing software, you can also replicate the same thing when you are actually editing on a laptop or you are using an advanced editing software. All you need to do is just learn where all these components are, so that you can also replicate the same thing on other video editing software. But CapCut right now is one of the most trending ones, and it's probably the best ones that you can use to achieve advanced level video editing, and some amazing some advanced stuff with with video. So what we are going to be doing here is that I'm going to be showing you all the components that we have in CapCut and what are the uses and what are they used for. So when you open the CapCut application, this is what you are going to find. You have a photo editor here, you have text to image here. That's if you want to if you're actually looking for a b-roll text to use for your video. You can come to text to image and just generate some AI photos or AI pictures that you can use for your videos. So as you can see, this is where I generated all my AI. I usually generate AI photos and video for my videos. So we also have AutoCut. That's if you want AI to AutoCut a video for you. You want it to put 2 or 3 videos together, to create like all these templates, all these templates you see on TikTok, where you have putting 2-3 videos together, kind of stuff. Then we also have product photos, so you can also do product photos on CapCut. I don't usually use all those components anyways, but I'm just showing you. Also AI posters. So if you're somebody that wants to generate posters for maybe your clients and stuff like that, you can come to these AI posters and you can generate some simple posters for people. So we also have AI model. I don't usually use many of these, but I feel like they are probably very good tools that you find on CapCut. So let's this is the camera button. We have retouch, that's if you are trying to retouch a video. We also have auto captions, we have teleprompter, we have remove background. If you want to remove background from an image, for example, if I select this image and I click on edit, it will just automatically remove the background of the image. So that's that's going to be useful for you in the future when you are trying to edit video. We also have teleprompter. So if you want to record a video while you are making use of this teleprompter, that's you reading the lines of the video, and you're trying to record a video to make it more effective. We also have image enhancer. So let's say an image is in low quality, you can just simply select an image, and what CapCut will do for you is that it's going to help you enhance the image and upscale it to make it a lot more clearer. So as you can see, for this one we've done something like that. Let me show you. I want to show you I want to show you that it has upscaled the image. As you can see, this is how it's looking like now. Let us take a look at how it's looking before. So I'm just going to come over here to screenshots, as you can see, this is the way it's looking before. As you can see, it's looking a little bit shrinked. This is the way it's looking now. So that's an image upscaler if you want to upscale an image to make it more quality. So now the next thing is where your projects are. So this part of this video is where your projects are, where you have all your projects and what you've done. If you come to this section right here, let's click on that. So you have view style. If you want the view to be list style, if you want it to be grid style, if you also want to show all your documents, or you want to show just your edits or templates or the ones that you shot from your camera roll. All right, now so now let's get right into it. So the first thing you're going to do is that we're going to come over here to new project. So this is when you are trying to create a new project, and as you can see, this is where all your videos are. If you come to this top right here, it will show you every folder you have in your gallery. These are all the folders I have in my gallery, as you can see. And once you've done that, if you come over here to stock videos, you'll see some stock videos that we can use for our videos. Later on in this course, I'm going to show you all the some elements that I use for my videos. For example, this paper here, animation. You also have some of the animations I use right here. Okay, this is an example of the animations I usually use for my videos. I'm going to show you how you can use them later on in this video. All right, now let's click on new project and let us just select a video. So I'm going to pick this one, for example. I'm going to add this one, for example. It's a video of one of my clients. So once I've added this video, now let's go over all the tools that we have in the CapCut application very quickly. So the first thing is this part here. This part here is where you can close your project. We also have a part here where it's telling you that come and try out CapCut for desktop. And like I told you, if you understand the smartphone very well, you can definitely use the desktop anytime. It's definitely proven. And even in some of the subsequent part of this video, I'm going to prove it for you. So this part here, at the top part here, is where you find your resolution, your frame rate, and your code rate. I think I've already explained all these components in the previous video. And this right here is the export button. So that's the export button if you want to export your videos. So let's go back. All right, now this part right here is your basic timeline. This is where you're going to see everything that you're doing, and that is part you'll be looking at as you are editing your video. So right here, also the top right left corner right here is if you want to actually zoom in to see what you have actually done, and here is the play button, and then we also have undo and redo, and right here we have this small timeline that is here that is showing the amount of minutes, the minutes where you are currently on your timeline. And then we also have this mute button if you want to mute your mute your video. And then we also have this cover button right here where if you want to add cover to your videos. If you don't know what cover is, let me show you exactly the meaning of what cover is. So let's say, for example, you have a video like this, and at the beginning of the video you have like this text on this thing showing a graphics. Let me give you another example. So let's say, for example, the first part of the video is the cover. So for example, now you see some of these videos like this one, it has this small text. Look at this one has this small text. Look at this has this small text. So those are what is called covers for a video. It's the first thing that people will see when they are trying to like watch a video. So that's what a cover is. Now let's go back to CapCut. All right, so now we've done that. Let us go over the tools, the basic tools and the icons that are on CapCut. Now the first one is edit. So this edit, the edit tab is just showing basically, you know, what are the things that you can do with your video. So for example, if you want to split your video, you want to increase the speed, you can come over here to increase the speed forward or, you know, backward and stuff like that. Let's undo that. You can also have curve speed, and people usually use this for something called speed ramp. So have you ever seen videos whereby, you know, the thing is going fast and then suddenly it just started going slow? So these are where, you know, you have all these curves. So for example, look at this. Let's look at this together. Okay, let's unmute it.
Course will make you rich. He's lying to you. No amount of course you buy will make you money unless you do this in
slow. Then it started going fast again. Okay, so that is what that is used for. So we also have text. Under edit, we also have animation. So let's say for example you want to make your video come in with an animation. Those animations you usually see, that is what that is for. We also have style. I don't really usually do much of that, but later I'm going to show you what is basically used for. We also have delete. We don't want to delete this, so let's just leave it. We also have delete. We have enhanced voice. I don't really usually use this, so let's just leave it. We also have something called camera tracking. Now if you have seen videos whereby people are talking and the head is moving here and there, the head is, you know, there's, you know, this kind of dynamic movement and stuff like that. So that is what this is basically used for. So we have, the first thing we have is AI movement, whereby the video starts shaking, and, you know, a lot of things are really happening with this. So I'm going to show you how you can basically do it later in the future, but this is just for us to understand. Basically, as you can see, look at it's shaking, you know, you have all this shaking effect and stuff like that. It's the same thing with camera tracking. For camera tracking, you can use anything for camera tracking. You can use the face. As you can see, there's a little blue or green stuff tracking the face right now. So as the head is moving, the, you know, the thing kind of follow it. As you can see, look at that, the camera is trying to like stable, you know, using the head as a reference for this. So that is that. We don't want to really do much on that because it will take us time to generate that. So we also have volume. If you want to increase the volume, you want to reduce the volume, we have transform. That's if you want to, like, you know, crop the video to a different size. Maybe you want to make it let's say this is an advert and you want to make it maybe 4:3, you know, you can just come over here and just do that. We also have mirror. That's if you want to change the size. Then we also have rotate, if you want to just, you know, rotate a video. So we also have something called auto frame. I'll show you how to do that in subsequent videos. Then we have remove background. You can remove background of a video inside CapCut. We have overlay. Overlay basically is turning this video into an overlay. I'm going to show you what overlay is in the future. And we also have basic. So what basic is that, for example, instead of moving your video or anything around like this, you can use basic to move it around, you know, just like scrolling through all this X and Y axis. So Y axis is for up and down, X axis is for left and right. We also have scale right here where you can use it to zoom in and zoom out. Another way you can zoom in and zoom out is pinching your two fingers on the screen and pinching it back. That's what I'm doing right now. We also have rotate, where you can rotate it without using those manual rotation. So the next one is filters. We also have filters. So basically this is where you want to like do a little bit of color grading, you want to increase the brightness, blah 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 blah. I'm sure some of you know this. In subsequent videos will show you how you can use all these tools effectively. So we also have filters where you can, you know, add filters to your images. You can, you know, use different filters that make sense here. Let's say you want to add, you know, some style to your video, you can do that here also. Now next thing is adjust. We've already talked about that in filters. We also have retouch. Let's say you want to make the face smooth, you want to make the brighten, you want to make the teeth a lot whiter, you know, you can brighten the image. You want to make the teeth a lot whiter, you know, you want to remove, for example, this dark circle in the eye part. You can remove that by just doing this. You can remove that. You know, there's a lot of things you can basically do with this part of the tool. We also have reshape. Let's say you don't like the way the head is looking, you can, you know, reduce. As you can see, the chin is moving, you know, you can make the chin, cheekbones, you know, this is basically just you trying to like distort. I don't really use much of all these tools, but I just want you to make sure that you understand this part of this video, because remember, it is when you understand the tools that you can definitely use them effectively. So we also have makeup. I don't really usually get to all this part of this video, but it's just for you to understand that these tools are inside CapCut. So you can also retouch the body too. That's if you have a video and you want to make somebody yash bigger, you want to, you know, do all sort of things to it, you can do that for that. Now the next thing is max. We'll also show you how you can do that. What max is that let's say you want to cut a part of a video. For example, if I click on horizontal, as you can see, I have already cut a part of this video, and subsequently we'll talk about keyframing. I'm going to show you at the end of this video what that keyframe is. I can do something like a keyframe where I can cut a part of a video like this, and you know, this is how it's going to look like. So those kind of things, later in some subsequent part of the video we'll talk about that. So we also have duplicates. If you want to like duplicate a video, we don't want to duplicate that video. So let's go back to our edit section, and then we have duplicates. We have replace. If you want to replace a video, just a moment. If you want to replace a video, we have extract audio. Let's say you don't like, let's say you want to like, you know, you want to extract the audio, you want to extract an audio from a video. You can extract the audio of a video from here. Let's say you like a sound in a video, you can extract that sound from a video by just clicking on extract audio, and the audio has been extracted. So the next is motion blur. That's if you want to like maybe blur the movement and, you know, stuff like that. You know, I don't really usually much a part of that, of those you know, side of the video, but it's going to be definitely effective later in the future. We also have stabilize. I don't usually use this much. Opacity, this is very important. If you want to like, you know, reduce the transparency of something, this is where you do that. We also have reverse. So let's say like you want to make a video go backward, you know, this is where you are going to use reverse. We also have freeze. Now what freeze does is that it picks a part of the video and it now converts that part into an image. So for example, now this part of this video now this is a video. Now if I want to, I like this, let's say I want to turn this part into like an image, I'll just click on freeze, and as you can see, it has become an image. If I move through the timeline now, it's not moving because it has become an image. I can even extend it to whatever length I like. So it's just like basically you are screenshotting a video right in CapCut. All right, so After freeze, we have voice changer. I don't really use that. We also have reduce noise. So let's say you have a video where the background noise is very like, you have the background noise very loud, so you can just come over here to reduce noise.
What is that it's telling you?
And then you reduce the noise. We also have beats. Beat is basically the part where, you know, an emphasis is laid on the video. So for example, now let's say I say something like, my name is Fawaz. So you see that my name, there's a beat in my name, like there's a stress on my name. So if I come here to auto generate, what CapCut will do is that it just generates all those parts that there is, you know, like a stress on it. So if you have seen videos whereby they'll say, for example, now there's a video, for example, now there's a video I did one time about, let's say, a video of like this City Boy by Burna Boy. So there's this part where it says, as a life of a city boy, oh yeah, okay. Now for those people to, like, you know, get those times, they are supposed to like put that stomping effect. Those are the places that they are beats in it. Now let's go over the other icons. This is just the edit section of the edit icon section of this video. We've not even got into the other part here. Now the next one is audio. Remember, I talked about the components of a video. The first thing you should check is the appearance, which is the edit. For that, you use edit to edit the appearance. Then you talk about audio. So you check the audio of the video. So for example, for under audio, we have sounds. If you want to add sounds from the sounds library, if you want to add sounds from your device, you know, as you can see, there's a part here that says device. There's a part here that said extracted. So you can even extract a sound from a video. Let's say, for example, now add the sound for that video. I've extracted it. Just add it, you know, and it will just you got. So the next one is copyright. If you want to check if your video is not violating any copyright. We also have sound effects. Now this is where all the sound effects that you see on videos, where you have this whoosh, swish, this, you know, different things that is popping, all these transitions that is popping. So this is where you find everything. Now I just want you to just swipe through all these sound that I've used, and then just go ahead and just copy them and use them for yourself. Now so just basically just copy it and use it for yourself. Now the next one is extract. I've already showed you how to do that. Now it's the same thing with this button that is there. Then we have record. So let's say, for example, you see those guys that usually do voice over, like look at this Laker King Kong guy, this other guy again, Kelvin. Good news, go and check them on Twitter, on Instagram. They usually do something called voiceover, where they will talk over a video and they will try to like put things together. So this is where you can basically do that. All you need to do is just click on record, and then while you are looking through the video, you can just record your sound. Okay, now the next thing is text. After editing the audio of a video, you want to go into the text. So if you want to add a manual text to a video, this is how you do that. You just need to just, you know, put the text, and you know, you're done with that. Now for some of you, you'll be like, what about those auto caption? Will I now start adding all this text to the caption automatically? No, you don't have to do that, and I'm going to show you why in the next few seconds. Now stickers is just basically all those effect stickers that you see on your screen. For example, one of the ones that I usually use commonly is these arrows, this fire emoji, or this tap, you know, spark emoji. You can also use emojis in your videos. As you can see, there's a lot of things that you can add to your videos. These ones are emojis that you can use, but I think now you can even can add emojis and stuff like that. So now this is the part where you can now create captions for your video. It is called auto caption. So if you come over here to auto caption, sorry, I want to delete this. You come over here to auto caption, it will give you even templates that you can use. You see different templates that you can use for your videos. You don't just want to come and overdo all these templates, because you just mess up your video. So in the subsequent videos, I'll show you how you can use all these elements and captions properly. So let's generate the caption. So as you can see, this is the caption section of this video. This is how you can generate captions for your videos. Okay, all right. Now, so after you generate your caption, now what you can do again is that you can now edit the style of your caption. You can split your caption. As you can see, you can edit the style by coming into the caption, coming to font. You can see different styles, you can see effects, you can see, if you want to change the effect of your caption, you can see animation. You can see animation where if you want it to come in, fade in, typewriter, there's different animations that you can use for your caption. For out animation, that's if you want it to go out in a certain style.
Is lying to you.
There's also loop. Let's say you want it to like loop, to make a looping animation on screen. So for example, look at this flicker. Then you also have captions. Now this caption is the one that you have different what they call it,
that buying a course will make you rich. Is lying to you. No amount of course you buy.
So this animation is basically different animations that you can use for your caption. I'm going to show you how you can effectively use them in the future, just like I have said. Now we also have duplicates. You can duplicate a caption, you can delete a caption, you can do text to speech where you have an AI speak out those text. So all you need to do is just click on text to speech, select a voice,
unless you do this one thing,
and then you generate the speech. So let us listen to it.
Unless you do this one thing.
So then you also have animations. I've shown you that. Now you have effects. I've shown you that. All right, now let's go back. We also have something called text templates. So what text template is basically is that different templates has been taken from social media, and CapCut has added it to their library. You can just come over here, just pick any template you want and just add it to your videos and then use it if you like. I don't usually use it much unless I am what do you call it, I'm creating like a title for a video. So let's say I'm creating a title for a video. That is when I come over here and use text template. So we also have auto lyrics. I've not used that one before. We also have draw. So let's say for example you want to draw some things on your screen. So that's what basically draw is for. Okay, I don't think that's needed. Now after text we have overlay. Now what overlay is that, let's say I want to add something on this video. So let's say I want to add like maybe a picture. I can come over here and maybe add a picture or a video. So for example, I want to add this picture. I just come over here, add this picture, this video over the video, and it will keep playing as the other video is playing. So that's what it's for. That's what overlays are for. You can add anything, pictures, images, stock videos, and as an overlay on the video. Now the next one is effect. So what basically this one is that, let's say you want a video to interact with, like you want a video to create a certain motion, or you want it to have a certain effect on it. This is where you come over here and you add an effect. I'm going to show you the popular ones I use in the future. For example, I use this flash.
Your mindset is like a phone. If your phone is
I also use this.
Your mindset is like a phone.
I use this blog.
Your mindset is like a phone. If your phone is 16 gig, it's
and just for that. And then we also have something called body effects. That's I've shown you something like this before. And we also have something called photo effect. I've shown you this one before. Now we also have something called aspect ratio. So let's say you want to change let's say a client is telling you that, okay, I record this thing in portrait, I want you to help me to change it to landscape. That is what you can do with this aspect ratio. That's to change the ratio of your video. We also have filters. I think I've shown you that before. we have filters, we have sticker. I've shown you that before. And then we have background. So let's say, for example, you want to like maybe add a white background to this video. So you can just come over here. You can change the color of the background to white. You can change your color of the background to an image. You can even add your own custom image. You can add your custom image. You can even blur the background. You can blur the background, and then the main video will be on top of it, like this. So that is it for this video. And the last thing that I just need to talk about, which I have not talked about, is something called keyframe. Now I know you must have seen videos where they say this is how you can zoom in, zoom out, and all these zoom in, zoom out effects that you see on the video. This is where you do it, and basically it's for just doing basically something called movement. So let's say I want to move things on top of my screen. I want to move this thing to this place, I want to move that place to this place. I can do it using something called keyframing. So for example, if I click on this keyframe, this is the keyframe right here. That is the keyframe button right here. If I click on keyframe, this is where this video is. If I move it a little bit frames forward and I increase it, you can see that it will move itself to that position. It will move itself to that position. I can also do it for text. I can do it for text. So let's say, for example, I have this text here. I can click on keyframe and I can move it to the top like this. And what happens?
The books I will highly recommend for you.
So it's just the same thing with icons too. You can do the same things with icons. You can click on here, just move it here, and then you see the icon move. You can do it with anything, even overlays. Now another thing I did not talk about before we move further is that for overlays too, you can split them, you can increase the volume, you can do something called blending. Now what blending is that you can make it like a filter on top of a video. You can darken. I'm going to show you how you can use all these things effectively in the future. This is just for you to understand what all those icons are being used for. Now once you've done for overlay, like I said, for an overlay, you can split, you can increase the volume, you can blend, you can add animations to it, just like we added animations to what they call it, just like we added animations to our video before. You can add animations to it. You can also keyframe it too. You can delete it, you can increase the speed. Everything that you can do to your main video, you can do it for an overlay, just like we spoke in the past. All right, that's it for this video. We've passed almost 30 minutes. This is probably going to be the longest video, or maybe one of the longest video of this training. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you understand, and please make sure to drop a question when you have one in the support group, and I'll be sure to reply you immediately. Thank you very much, and I'll see you all soon.